Hey everybody, Tossin here, and listen, we've all been there, right? Stuck on a plane, wondering what's going on. Well, buckle up because I'm about to spill the jet fuel on 7 airplane secrets they definitely don't include in those little instruction cards. Is this your first rodeo on a plane? First time flying the friendly skies? Pay attention, this could save your life. Or at least make your flight a little less miserable. And even if you're a seasoned traveler, a frequent flyer, a platinum member of the Mile High Club, I bet you haven't heard all of these, because these aren't your usual travel tips. We're going deep into the airplane underbelly, folks. We're talking about the stuff they whisper about in the galley, the stuff the pilots don't want you to know. So, sit back, relax, and try not to spill your tiny bag of pretzels as we uncover the truth about flying. Alright, let's be honest. Airplane food, am I right? Not exactly Michelin star quality. But here's the thing. Sometimes you're stuck on a long flight and those tiny pretzels just ain't gonna cut it. Fear not, my hungry friend, because I'm about to let you in on a little secret. They have more food. That's right, they usually stock extra food on the plane just in case. So if you're feeling peckish, don't be shy. Just politely ask your flight attendant if they have any extra snacks or meals. Worst case scenario, they say no. But you might just get lucky and score yourself a second dinner. And who doesn't love second dinner, especially at 30,000 feet? Remember, politeness is key here. Don't be that jerk demanding a 5-course meal. Just a simple excuse me. Would it be possible to get another snack? We'll do the trick. You're welcome. Okay, this next one is less of a secret and more of a public service announcement. We all know the drill. You get to your seat, try to figure out which button reclines you into oblivion, and then you stuff your bag in the overhead bin. But before you do, take a quick peek in that seat pocket in front of you. No, not for the barf bag, although that's good to know the location of. I'm talking about the safety card and the life vest. You see, some people, and I use the term people loosely, think it's okay to walk off the plane with these life-saving devices. I don't know why. Maybe they want a souvenir. Maybe they think they can use it as a pool float. Whatever their reasoning, it's not cool. Those things are there for a reason, and that reason is to save your life in case of an emergency. So, do yourself and your fellow passengers a favor and make sure those items are present and accounted for. If they're missing, just flag down a flight attendant and let them know. They'll take care of it. Alright, let's talk about something you'll hopefully never need to use, the airplane lavatory ashtray. Now I know what you're thinking, wait, you can't smoke on a plane, that's like rule number 1. And you're right, smoking on a plane is a big no-no. It's dangerous, it's inconsiderate, and it'll probably get you banned from the airline for life. But here's the thing, some people are, how shall I say this delicately, morons. They think they can sneak a smoke in the bathroom and get away with it. Spoiler alert, they can't. The smoke detectors on airplanes are incredibly sensitive and you will get caught. And then you'll be slapped with a hefty fine and the scorn of your fellow passengers. So why is there an ashtray in the bathroom if you're not supposed to smoke? Well, it's kind of a safety precaution. If some idiot does decide to light up, they've got a designated place to put it out. It's better than flicking it into the trash can and potentially starting a fire. Let's be honest, folks. Airplanes are basically flying petri dishes. You've got hundreds of people crammed into a small space, breathing the same air, touching the same surfaces. It's enough to make a germaphobe break out in hives. And while airlines do their best to keep things clean, the reality is that there's only so much they can do between flights. Those tray tables, they've seen more action than a Las Vegas blackjack table. The armrests, don't even get me started. And the blankets and pillows? Let's just say I wouldn't use them if you paid me. So what's a hygiene-conscious traveler to do? Well, for starters, pack some hand sanitizer and use it liberally. And if you're really concerned, you can always bring your own wipes to give your seat area a quick once-over. Look, I'm not trying to gross you out here, but I think it's important to be aware of the realities of air travel. Just be smart, take some precautions, and you'll be fine. Chapter 5. Busted. The mystery of the airplane toilet door. Alright, let's talk about everyone's favorite airplane topic, the bathroom. More specifically, the door. Ever notice how there's no lock on the inside? It's enough to make you paranoid, right? Like, what if you accidentally lock yourself in there? What if the plane hits turbulence and you're trapped? Well, fear not, my bladder-challenged friend, because there's a secret behind that mysterious door. You see, those doors can actually be opened from the outside. There's usually a hidden latch or button somewhere near the hinge, so if you ever find yourself in a bathroom-related emergency, just know that there's a way out. And here's another fun fact, that little no smoking sign on the door, it's not just a suggestion, it's connected to a smoke detector. And if that detector goes off, guess what happens? The door unlocks automatically. Chapter 6. Easy on the altitude cocktails. Listen, I enjoy a good in-flight cocktail as much as the next guy. There's something about being 30,000 feet in the air that makes a mini bottle of vodka seem extra appealing. But here's the thing, you've got to pace yourself. Drinking at altitude is not the same as drinking on the ground. The lower air pressure means that alcohol hits you faster and harder. So, that second gin and tonic that seemed like a good idea at the time, it might just send you spiraling into a world of dehydration, headaches, and questionable decisions. And nobody wants to be that person on the plane. Trust me, I've been there. So, what's the solution? Hydration, my friend. For every alcoholic beverage you consume, drink a glass of water. It'll help slow down the absorption of alcohol and keep you feeling your best. Chapter 7. The Case of the Questionable Water Glass. Remember how we talked about airplanes being giant petri dishes? Well, the same goes for the water they use to make your coffee and tea. Now, I'm not saying that the water itself is bad, it's usually perfectly fine, but the containers they use to heat it up, let's just say they don't exactly have a reputation for being sparkling clean. And here's the thing, those containers are notoriously difficult to clean properly. They're big, they're bulky, and they have all sorts of nooks and crannies where bacteria can hide. So, what's the solution? Stick to bottled water, my friend. It's the safest bet when you're flying. And hey, if you want to be extra cautious, you can always bring your own reusable water bottle and fill it up after you go through security. Look, I'm not trying to turn you into a germaphobe, but when it comes to airplane hygiene, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Thanks for flying Tassin Airlines. So, there you have it, folks. 7 airplane secrets that they don't put in those fancy brochures. I know, some of it's a little gross, some of it's a little scary, but hey, that's air travel for you. It's a wild ride from start to finish. But hey, at least now you're armed with the knowledge you need to survive your next flight. Just remember, folks, stay hydrated, pack your hand sanitizer, and for the love of all that is holy, don't smoke in the bathroom. And if you do see someone trying to walk off with a life vest, well, just give them a good stare down, maybe a little cough, assert your dominance, because those things are there for a reason, people. Anyway, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Tassin Ahmad, and thanks for flying Tassin Airlines. We may not have those little pretzels, but at least you know the truth.